Doug MPA back with another live stream. It is Mother's Day tomorrow, so I thought that I would do a live stream about single mothers on Mother's Day. You guys know I like covering single mothers. I like covering debt, well, women and student loan debt first, and then single mothers after that. So, um, most of the time, well, let me give you my stance on single mothers first, guys. On my channel, I said no single mothers ever. Don't sleep with them, don't date them, don't marry them, okay? Single mothers in 2024 are the most demanding women on the dating market. Tell me I'm lying. Single mothers will cost you every single resource you have. It will cost you mental, emotional, monetary, and physical resources and will give you nothing back in return. No single mothers. Let me add to this. The worst on the hierarchy of single mothers, if you're dumb enough to deal with a single mother, one, get yourself a widowed single mom so you don't have to worry about the baby dad. And then the worst ones are number two. The baby moms are number three, but the worst single mothers on the planet are single mothers by choice. Women that chose to get IVF and do it all by themselves, where the children will never have a dad. Single mothers by choice are the absolute worst. Let me let Pyro in here. Pyro, what's going on, man? How you doing?
I'm doing all right, man. So how you doing?
Yes, I'm good, man. I'm doing my single mothers special here. Give your position on single mothers. What is your position on single mothers?
If you want the full truth, you really want the full truth?
Mm-hmm. I want the full truth.
All right. My truth is they should have picked better, but as long as they treat their kids properly,
No, I'm
I
talking
think
about
they're all
as a
right.
man. Like, do you think that men should date single mothers?
No. Mm-mm.
Nice and simple. Nice and simple. So, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment if you're watching this after the fact, and don't forget to hit the super chat button. All donations are appreciated. Most of the time, I start my live streams with a current state, but I found this video. Okay, I'm gonna cover single mothers on Mother's Day. I found some TikToks of women saying what happened to them on Mother's Day and what to do be a single mother on Mother's Day. And then I have a couple articles about what to get a single mother on Mother's Day and what it's like being a single mother on Mother's Day. Because in the United States, Mother's Day is tomorrow. So most of the time, I start with current state, but I found that this TikTok that's so good that I'm going to share that first. So let's get into this.
All right.
This girl, this hood rat, got broken up with on Mother's Day. Now she's a single mom and she was with a guy who wasn't the father of her children, and the guy broke up with her on Mother's Day. So let's get into this. AJ would bust out the race card. You know what? I have to get my own race card. Remind me to look for one.
Yeah.
Because this gets good, guys. 8-bit banger in the house. Good to see you, my friend. All
Yeah,
right.
I'm gonna have to make my risk card also.
I know, man, because this is the perfect example. Look at this. Part two on being dumped on Mother's Day. You ready? Let's go.
So we started dating, and remember I told y'all like I was fresh out of a relationship. So it's like even though I like him, I still wanted to explore my options because I was single. So my ass was still dating other people, even though I really, really, really liked this guy. Like I was still dating other people. I got to a point where it was, this ain't for me. I really like this dude. Like
So she was dating other people, but she really liked the guy. And once again, she's a single mom, dude.
You let him hit it raw. You didn't have second thoughts. Now you a single mom. Now you a single mom.
You're gonna hear that a lot during this stream, man. So get used to it. Let's go.
Like this dude gives me princess treatment. He pays for my stuff. Like we're always together. Like treats me nice. Like like I said, total opposite from the person that I have a kid by. So it was a breath of fresh air. So I was.
Did you hear that? So the guy is the total opposite of the type of guy that she had a kid by. And she's still seeing other people. Guys, stay away from single mothers. Guys, get used to me saying this. Okay, I'm going to say it through the whole stream. Stay away from single mothers.
You are the
You know
worst
what?
kind.
I'm going to back up real quick so we can hear
It
this.
was like I said, total opposite from the person that I have a kid by. His treatment, he pays for my stuff. I
Alright, guys.
got to a point where it was, this ain't for me. I really like this dude. Like, this dude gives me princess treatment. He pays for my stuff. Like, we're always together. Like, treats me nice. Like I said, total opposite from the person that I have a kid by. So it was a breath of fresh air. So I was like, let me just get serious about this boy. You know, I'm always over here. And the day before Mother's Day, we're together. My son is with his dad and with his dad's mom and all that type of stuff. So, and we drinking. He had like a little pole in his house. So I'm dancing on the pole.
She's dancing on the pole in his house, man. Come on.
Come on, man.
Like,
No wonder he didn't want it.
next day.
What's that?
No wonder he didn't want to use it now.
Come on, man. You know what? What would you do, Pyro, if you met this girl and she was all cute, and you just met her, but you didn't know much about her, and you go to a house party or something, and she starts drinking, and then they have a pole set up, and she knows how to work a pole. What would that say to you?
That's an instant ick for me. So this was just I don't want her anywhere near me. She's a creep, so she has to move somewhere else.
You'd be like, what the heck is going on here? How'd you learn how to do all that? It would be
Man, game over, man. It's game over.
all right, let's go.
Hey, y'all. It's like 6 a.m. I roll over to cuddle with him. He's not in the bed. He's playing his game. So I get up and go to the bathroom. I come back. I'm like, good morning, babe. He like, what's up? So he dries. So I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm like, I forget what I say to him, but I say something else. So he like, Deja, I just need to ask you something. I'm like, what's up? He like, have you been talking to other people while, we've been dating? And I'm like, lying, like, no.
Oh, wait, hold on real quick. The man, the myth, the legend, Angel. What's going on, my friend?
Hey. Good evening, Doug. Good evening, Pyro. Good evening, everyone.
Hey, good evening, Angel.
Okay.
Good to see
So
you.
now, what's her problem now?
You know what? Sorry, stream. I'm gonna have to back it up one more time because Angel is a great contributor to the show. It's only 1 minute and 11 seconds, and this is single mom on Mother's Day. So as much exposure as we can get to this foolishness, we're gonna do it. So Angel,
Thank you,
just
Doug.
for you,
Thank you.
we're gonna start all over again. Now listen carefully, and
Yeah.
Before we get into this, I'm gonna hit him with
You
the.
let him hit it raw. You didn't have you a single mom.
You're gonna hear that a lot because this is single mothers on Mother's Day. Let's go. Listen to this, Angel.
So we
Okay.
started dating. Remember, I told y'all like I was fresh out of a relationship. So it's like, even though I like him, I still wanted to explore my options because I was single. So my ass was still dating other people, even though I really, really, really liked this guy. Like, I was still dating other people. I got to a point where it was, this ain't for me. I really like this dude. Like, this dude gives me princess treatment. He pays for my stuff. Like, we're always together. Like, treats me nice. Like I said, total opposite from the person that I have a kid by. So it was a breath of fresh air. So I was like, let me just get serious about this boy. You know, I'm always over here.
So you hear that? Princess treatment, treated her nice, pay for his stuff, but she was still seeing other people. Let's go.
The day before Mother's Day, we're together. My son is with his dad and with his dad's mom and all that type of stuff. So, and we drinking. He had like a little pole in his house. So I'm dancing on the pole.
I asked Pyro earlier, I'm going to ask you, Angel, if you were with some girl, you didn't know much about her, and she's cute and stuff, and she's kind of reserved, kind of what you like, but you go to a house party with a friend and they have a pole set up and she's drinking and she gets on the pole and knows how to work the pole. What impression would that give you? What would you think?
Well, I figured the first thing that pops in my head, 304. Yep.
Exactly.
So what? Yep. So what I would do after seeing that, and more likely she will be drinking and she will be on the pole. I would get up. I would go to the door, open it, walk out, and keep walking.
There you go. There you go.
That's it. That's it.
Nice and simple. Nice and simple.
No good night. No good night. No, I'm just walk. You know, I just not even a letter. Just get up, walk, and keep walking. Keep walking.
And if you
That's
drove
it.
her there, she'd have to find somebody else to drive her home because I'm out. You know what I'm saying?
I walk. I drive. I walk. I'll fly. I'll do whatever the hell. I'm getting out of there. Period. That's it. That's it.
All right,
That's all I need to see. That's all I need to know. Good.
Listen to the rest of the story.
Turning up, having fun. Next day, y'all, it's like 6 a.m. I roll over to cuddle with him. He's not in the bed. He's playing his game. So I get up and go to the bathroom. I come back. I'm like, good morning, babe. He like, what's up? So he drives. So I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm like, I forget what I say to him, but I say something else. So he like, Deja, I just need to ask you something. I'm like, what's up? He like, have you been talking to other people while, we've been dating? And I'm like, lying, like, no. So he like, okay, one more time. Remember, it's the principle of me asking you and you being honest with me. So I'm like, no. So he starts going off like, I can't believe you. You over here talking to other people. You over here doing you. Like, I didn't drop all the females that I had for you. Like, we always together. If I'm not at work, like, or if I'm not with my baby, like, I'm with you. What you going off? So I feel bad, y'all. So I don't think I said this as well. Him and my dad, they stayed in the same building. Like, literally, if we was yelling loud enough, my dad could hear us arguing because my dad didn't live far down in the building from him. So I get dressed. And
I hate that little lip smack thing that these women always do. What is with that? Isn't that annoying as all hell?
Yeah, I hate that. I don't know why. I don't know why. I hate it.
Ugh.
I start walking out. He follows me out the house, going off. Like, I can't believe you. You got me messed up. Yeah, I've never felt so bad about doing somebody wrong, which I typically don't do people wrong, but I felt horrible, y'all. Like, at that moment, I'm like, I really love this man. Like, I felt bad, y'all. Like, so the moment I left, I called my mom crying. Like, Mom, he went through my phone. Like, all this stuff is old. Woo. I got home, y'all. I guess Mama had told my siblings because everybody was in the living room waiting for me to get home. So everybody in the living room waiting for me to get home. Y'all, I instantly my mom had a big old rug. I just fall on the rug. Y'all, I'm just so sick. Like, oh my God, y'all, he went through my phone. He done me like he said he done. So my brother was like, dog, we all get dumped before. I mean, I ain't never got dumped on Mother's Day, so I don't know how that is. But
She deserves it. And that guy got everything he deserved messing with a single mom.
Fact.
Yes.
Don't ever in 2024 stay away from all single mothers. In fact, Angel, I gave Pyro his opportunity. I gave mine. Tell men what they should do with single mothers. Should they date them? Yes or no? And why?
Well, I put it to you this way. I even though I could be graphic, but I try to be nice. I would say avoid single mothers like the plague. You know how in Europe they had the bubonic plague? This is called the 304 plague. Avoid the 304 plague. Gentlemen on the panel, the viewers, subscribe. Listen to me, please. Avoid the 304 plague. Don't let it get to you. Because if it gets to you, you're going to become a simp. And you'll be an infected simp. And once you become an infected simp, there's no way out.
Yep.
Yes.
Because it's like you're being transed. They have like a trans out there. They say, I don't know what it is though. They have like some kind of a 304, pheromone. That they go out and then they look for
Pheromones?
simps. Pheromones. Like insects have pheromones to communicate or send out whatever it is though.
Pheromones.
Yeah, they have that too for 304s. So they send out pheromones for the simps and then they track the simps.
Don't forget, Single mothers, man, they will lay it on you like nobody's business, man. They'll give it up on the first night and they'll give it to you good.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
you
yeah. But Doug, that's the trap. That's
exactly.
how they get you. That's the trap. You can't do
Mhm.
that. If they're willing to more than do that to you, that's a major red flag.
Yep,
Yes.
100%.
Really. And that's how you get infected by the 304 plague.
Yep.
Guys, please
And the sad part
avoid
about
it.
it is a lot of single mothers don't even put that they have kids on their dating profiles anymore.
That's right. That's right.
And they'll maneuver the whole first and second date, not even talking about their kids. It's either they, you know, my kids are my world, and any man that's gonna be with me better understand that, or they don't tell you at all. No in between. Tell me I'm lying.
No, you're not. You're not lying at all. No, that's the facts.
Yep. Steve M in the house. Always good to have you, my friend. It's like bed bugs. They get in every single crevice. You're 100% right. let's finish this one off here. This girl's sad story.
Oh dear.
I
Another
cried
sad story.
days off this breakup, y'all. Like I was sick in tears, crying. Like, and every time we would communicate, he would make me feel bad. You know, like I felt bad, y'all.
I don't feel bad for this girl at all.
Nope.
Or
Nope.
after he dumped me, you know, after I'm like, okay, let me just try to get over him. Like I'm in a bed for 2 weeks, like really sick. So let me start going back outside again. Like he done, it's not the end of the world. He calls me months later, like, Dage, I miss you, man. What's up? Like, I'm ready to get past all the bullshit. Y'all, why I had to tell this man that I was pregnant on another part because
Wait a minute. She's pregnant again? Oh my gosh.
We should have saw that coming. We should have saw it coming, guys.
Oh man. Oh
It's
man.
like-
Oh
it's
man.
like-
Oh
My
man.
different dude. We should have known. Man, you know what? I'm not gonna do another live without a race card. Because this is what the race card was made for. And thank you, AJ's Rants and Race, for coming up with that. But this would have been felt so much better with the race card present. Because who else does this kind of foolishness? Tell me I'm lying. All right. So it's current state time. We're gonna talk
I
about
was gonna say something, but
Oh,
I don't want
go ahead,
him to
Pyro.
get shut down.
what's that?
I was gonna say something, but I don't want the street to get shut down, so I'm not gonna say it.
Hey, your volume's kind of low.
Yeah, I'm probably too far from the phone. So, sorry about that.
Okay, cool. All right. All
Uh.
right. So this is fatherless home stats. You know,
Uh-oh.
I start my streams with current state. So this is gonna take like 5 to 10 minutes. It's gonna be kind of dry, but I love stats. So are you curious
Me
about?
too. Me too. I like
Yeah,
them.
because you can't argue with stats. Are you
That's
curious
right.
about the impact of fatherless and single mother households? Eye-opening article, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Single mother home statistics. Single motherhood is becoming more common in the U.S., with about 1 in 5 children under 18 being raised without a father. Family courts often make rulings that the father is the non-custodial parent, making it difficult for the non-custodial father to remain a meaningful part of the child's life, oftentimes leaving the child feeling confused, abandoned, or as if they had to choose one parent over the other. Okay, you guys ready? 37.8% of single mothers are divorced, 41% were never married, and 6.5% are widows. Right?
Wow.
That means that
That's a lot of. I'm sorry, Doug, but that's a lot of single women, though.
Yep.
That's a lot. You add them together. That's a lot.
It is. That means about half of single mothers have never been married, while almost a third are divorced.
Wow.
Fathers do not automatically have rights like mothers do when they give birth. A father has to prove paternity even when the mother is considered. Even then, the mother is considered the custodial parent. Most of the time, all the father is able to get is a visitation time with the child if the mother objects. Single mothers are more likely to live in poverty than married couples or single fathers.
I believe that.
I believe that. Just like that disabled woman with 8-month-old child or 4-month-old child.
Yep. So, mothers who share custody equally are able to improve their life, earn more money, and are happier. This leads to happier and more financial stability. Fewer mothers would be in poverty. They have the time to improve their life, have time to update their skills, and have time for themselves and be less stressed out. And also what, guys? Hold themselves accountable.
Don't forget that.
Come on.
You can forget that. Accountable? They
Never
hate
gonna
that. No, they don't even know what that word is. Accountable? Forget
That's
that.
their kryptonite.
Exactly.
Yep, that's right.
It says that the proportion of single-parent households in the community predicts its rate of violent crime and burglary, but the community's poverty level does not. The strongest predictor of whether a person will end up in prison is that they were raised by a single parent.
Yeah.
I can stop this
Yeah.
right here, guys. I can stop right here.
Yeah.
It says in 1996, 70% of inmates in state juvenile detention centers serving long sentences were raised by single mothers. The absence of the fathers increases the daughter's vulnerability to exploitation by those outside the family. Girls from homes without fathers are 6 times more likely to become pregnant as teenagers. And then they talk about, school. I can't say these words together because I'll get knocked off of YouTube. All right. More stats. 63% of youth, self-deletions are from fatherless homes. 90% of all homeless and runaway children are from fatherless homes. 85% of all children who show behavior disorders come from fatherless homes. 80% of the bad guys with the snuggle struggle, with anger problems, come from fatherless homes. 71% of all high school dropouts come from fatherless homes. 75% of all adolescent patients in chemical abuse centers come from fatherless homes. 70% of juveniles in state-operated institutions come from fatherless homes. And last one, 85% of all youths sitting in prisons grew up in a fatherless home. What do we think, guys?
It makes completely sense right now. But you know what? They know who is responsible for that, but you're not gonna make them responsible. So the cycle it's gonna keep continuing.
Yep. Because we have this culture where I told you at the beginning of the stream, single mothers are the most entitled women in the West right now. You can't tell them nothing. You can show them stats. Even when their kids are doing wrong, you still can't tell them nothing. We're to the point where single mothers would rather take out their kids than give them to the father. How sad is that?
Yeah. They would rather ruin their own children than give it up to somebody who would take better care of the children than them.
Yep, 100% true.
And those are the most dangerous people there is, though, because they're the ones that they're not only ruining the community and society at large, though, but the selfishness of today's women is so strong that it no matter what happens, it's like it's like an I don't know. I don't know how else to describe it though, but it's just like
it's selfishness and spitefulness. Women will spend 18 years of that child's life spiteful towards the father. 18 years.
Yeah, but look who's suffering. The kids are suffering.
Yep.
In that period, in those 18 years, they haven't even had a chance to even live life as it is. And now look, they haven't even lived their life, and their lives already ruined.
Yep.
Already.
They never had a chance in the first place, man. Because like Kevin Samuels used to say, a lot of these women were pregnant longer than they were with the baby's father.
Yeah. Wow.
Period. All right, last stats, and then we're gonna get into some more of the dumpster fire called TikTok. Teens without involved fathers are twice as likely to drop out of school. Girls raised in fatherless homes are more than twice as likely to become pregnant before the age of 18. Teens from single-parent households are more likely to engage in delinquent behavior compared to those from two-parent households. Adolescents without involved fathers are at a higher risk of experiencing emotional and psychological problems. Teens without fathers have an increased likelihood of substance abuse and addiction. Fatherless teenage boys are more susceptible to involvement in criminal activities. Girls from fatherless homes are more vulnerable to being lured into exploitative situations outside the family.
No.
Like I said, you can show these women all the stats you want to, and they're not going to listen to you because if they all think, what 80% of kids from single mother households end up with an issue, but they all think they're going to be that 20% where the kid turns out to be something. And I wonder what happens if you factor in social media now, because honestly, a lot of these stats are older. And I don't think they've really factored in social. You come from a single mother household, and you have social media all day. That can't be good. That's a recipe for disaster. All
Yep.
right. So
I
this
agree.
girl is talking about what to do about your baby daddy on Mother's Day. How to
Oh, this is not
respond
gonna
to
be
your
good.
how to
Nope.
respond to your baby daddy on Mother's Day. Let's go.
I don't want to see you guys on the phone.
You guys ready? Listen. Let me go back.
I don't want to see you guys waiting by the phone on Mother's Day for baby daddy to text you and acknowledge all the hard work and dedication you put in to being an amazing mother that you are and let that make or break your day. That's not happening. On Mother's Day, you're going to put that man on mute and you're going to focus on your child. And
Selfish women, man. I swear to God. This is why TikTok is so terrible, man. They're trying to pass that legislation to get rid of TikTok. It can't come soon enough.
And is it better to not text baby daddy back because he says Happy Mother's Day? Hell no. You want to text him back the next day? Make it a quick, just seeing this, thanks. That's it. You know how much kids look forward to celebrating Mother's Day with you? They make their little arts and crafts in school. We're done giving our kids bad memory. All mommy was doing was talking and thinking about daddy and being sad or crying or negative or angry. No, we're not doing that anymore. That's
Yeah, well, all I gotta say to her is
You let him hit it raw. You
Yeah.
didn't have second thoughts. Now you a single mom. Now you a single
and now she's on TikTok whining and complaining about baby daddies contacting baby moms on Mother's Day.
story's over. Your kickoff to summer is going to be you starting to pour into your self-love, into your healing, into repairing your wounds, into fixing the toxic traits about yourself. Because let me tell you something, as much as I wanted to always blame my baby daddy for being toxic and having all these wounds and all these negative traits about himself, I'd acknowledge that I attracted that because I have so much in me that needs to heal, that I need to work on. But the difference was I was ready to put in the work. I don't want
Okay. 1 minute and 7 seconds. What did she say, guys? Do you even remember? I don't. It's
I didn't even
just a bunch
understand
of-
what she said.
It's just a bunch of words, man. And look at her hashtags. Hashtag healing journey. Hashtag no contact. Hashtag single mom. Hashtag baby daddy. Hashtag pregnant. Hashtag mom TikTok. Hashtag Mother's Day.
Yeah. And Doug, she forgot another one. Hashtag made a poor choice.
Exactly. You know what? Hashtag picked wrong. Hashtag let Tyrone shoot up
There
the
you go.
club.
There you go.
You know,
That's
hashtag
it.
met Chad Chaddington, the bartender, and had a one night stand. How about that?
There you go. That's it. Facts.
And then this is a new one, guys. Check this out.
How big are her glasses? Look at that. You can see Chicago from there. Look at that. Holy cow. You can see the moon. Look at that. You can see the moon clearly. You can find the man in the moon with those glasses. What's up? Oh, wow, man. Go ahead. All right. Go ahead.
Look at this. Pregnant ladies, are we celebrating Mother's Day or are we waiting until next year? The self-absorbed narcissism of that statement.
Yep.
Like, include me too. I haven't had a kid yet, but do I get to celebrate Mother's Day?
If you're pregnant,
Oh, and then sorry about her whole voice modulation. I can't stand when they do this crap, but yeah.
if you're pregnant during Mother's Day, are you celebrating Mother's
Oh,
Day as a mother, even though you're a mom to be? Because my baby is born in August. So, what's the verdict? Are we celebrating it or are we not?
What do we think? Oh, hello? Uh-oh. Oh, are you
Yeah,
there?
I guess hearing her speak kind of messed me up though. That's what happened. So
You're pregnant during Mother's
Yeah, so
oh,
she's asking if you're pregnant, can you still celebrate Mother's Day, although you're not a mom yet?
well, no, you're an expectant mom, but you're not a mom yet. You gotta wait till you give birth though, from what
Man,
I understand.
she,
But then again, she has glasses that she could go and see Jupiter from where she's
I
at though.
know
So I don't know, but what do
she
I
needs
know?
windshield wipers for these bad boys, man.
Yeah, right.
Man, what is going on here, man? Are those are those power windows or roll down windows? You know what I'm saying? God dang! Wow. The sad part about it is those are probably really expensive.
Well, yeah, well,
Uh,
then I could spend a lot of money anyway. So anyway, whatever.
So the next one, guys, you ready for this? Ideas of what to give to a single mom on Mother's Day.
Oh boy. All right, go ahead.
Oh
Go ahead.
man.
I'm
Yeah,
ready. Go ahead.
you guys ready? Okay.
I guess.
Now the sad part about it is Duck MP is not religious, but this okay. One thing about my channel, guys, is I dig deep to find articles on sites you guys are never gonna go to. This is Grace for Single Parents, encouraging single moms with God's grace and love. So this is a church woman advocating for single moms. This is where we're at. This is where we're at.
Well, these churches ought to be like, well, if they were, then again, I mean, never mind. They're not going to listen anyway. If these churches are going to be really preaching the word of God, though, they know that divorce is wrong as it is, and you shouldn't have no divorce. But what you're doing here is that you're encouraging single mom, even though they're supposed to be with married to a man, but they're
Mhm.
encouraging being single mom as it is, which shouldn't be right. But
Yep.
well, then again, what do I know? So
You're not
anyway.
supposed to have children out of wedlock either.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. But anyway.
So this lady says, after being a single mom for 8 years, I received 2 anonymous gifts from unrelated organizations that wanted to recognize the challenging and sometimes lonely road of single moms. I was surprised and grateful. In all my years as a single mom, I rarely received gifts on Mother's Day with young children. I often spent the holiday alone with my kids at their dad's. Bad luck on my end with the custody agreement. Of course, she'd say that because she's a woman. A woman from a local church that I only attended a couple times dropped off a bouquet. See, because that's what that's just local churches and women in churches support all this foolishness, and there aren't enough men to say anything against it. A completely random organization received my name and address and dropped off a small gift basket that included chocolate and a bottle of champagne. If you're looking for ideas for what to give a single mom on Mother's Day, the sky is the limit, as evident by the champagne I received and appreciated. But here are some more ideas. You guys ready?
Yes.
I guess. I suppose.
Okay. Bring her flowers, either a bouquet or drop off some outside flowers. Oh, I mean, okay. A gift card to go out to eat with the kids. Okay. A meal either ready to eat or a frozen meal.
Does that include a TV dinner?
She
says frozen meal, but I don't know.
She's gonna need like 3 or 4 of them because remember, it's her and her kids. Remember?
Oh yeah. Okay.
Not just one.
Yeah. Okay.
Bring her coffee. A framed picture of her with her kids. Grab one off of social media or offer to take one of them someday and then get it framed. Single moms don't have a spouse to take their picture with their kids, so they often don't have many. See, now this is where we're gonna get into the unreasonable, okay? Get her a professional photo shoot for mom and the kids. You know how much professional photo shoots cost, man? Are you crazy?
Nope.
Okay. Ask your children questions about their mom without knowing it, and then write them down. Surprise her. Okay, so you want to talk to this mom's children without her being there? That ain't happening.
No.
Offer to babysit. That ain't happening.
No.
Surprise her with yard work. most single moms feel like the yard is one more thing on their to-do list they don't have time for. And if they have young children, it's tough to find the time to get outside to mow or work when the kids are occupied and safe. Well, if you can't mow the lawn, why are you in a house? Why?
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, number 11, a free house cleaning, guys. Doesn't this sound like she's talking to a man? So, like, if you're a man and you know a single mom, do this for her, because this is all stuff that men would do for a woman. I wonder what the list would be like if it was a woman, if she's talking to a woman that has a friend that's a single mom. But all this is coming from a context of talking to men, right?
Yes.
It says, if she has more than one child, offer to watch one so she can have one-on-one time with the older one, or whichever one she doesn't get to spend as much time with.
Yeah, but she's gonna make it a habit of you know, watching kids.
Exactly. Once you
And then
do
put
it
it on child
once.
support.
Oh, exactly. And that too, Pyro. Exactly. Exactly.
Because I know I think it was you, Doug, came out with a video about some woman and her sister-in-law. She wanted to go and have babysitting, and she couldn't because she wasn't paying a certain amount of money though. And then she said no, and then the whole family got after her and all this other stuff. So, because you know that's what happens though. They get accustomed, they take advantage. No, that's no good.
Mm-hmm. And if you're a good guy, it means that you care about the weak, you care about the disadvantaged, and you want to help. And they will play every single emotional card that they can to get as much out of you as possible. So once you offer once, it's going to be hard to say no, because you're going to be like, oh my God, I don't have any time. I don't have any money. I don't have this. I don't have that. And you're going to break down every single time. Like, oh, okay, I'll watch Little Billy again. Just don't even open that well in the first place.
Yes.
So number 13, you can get her an at-home spa kit. Number 14, drop off donuts or breakfast on Mother's Day. 15, give her a certificate for a pedicure or a manicure. 16, a gift card to pretty much anywhere, a local grocery store, Amazon, or her favorite store. What do we think, guys?
Well, I won't be participating in the list, that's for sure. So.
Yep. None of it. Zero. None. All 16 are out for me. No way.
All I can say is
what's that, Pyro? Uh-oh. He went on mute.
They'll be saying, oh, so Angel, you're not going to participate? I'm going to say, no habla. That's it. No habla. No habla inglés. Adios.
No. Angel's going to say.
Let him hit it raw. Now you a single mom.
Oh, boy.
That never gets old.
That song is going to be a hit this year. That might be a number one song this year.
It's going to be the banger of the summer. The music video has only been out for 2 weeks. It's already at 1 million views, man. Straight up. And good for him. So
I love that video, man. I love the way that he's on top of the car and he has all those Pampers. I love it, man.
In front of Chuck E. Cheese. If you look in the back, he's in front of Chuck E. Cheese, bro.
Oh, yeah, he is. Oh, okay, I gotta look at it again, though. All right. Yeah, I'm serious. All right, I'll look at it again. Wow, Chuck E. Cheese. Huh?
So this story is called Royal Crown Mother's Day event recognizes single moms. And I should bust out the race card again, because what kind of women do you think would want a Mother's Day to rally around single moms? Come on now. Single mom Isha and single mom Keisha. All right, let's go. Let's see what's going on in I think this is in Indianapolis. Yep, in Indianapolis.
Mother's Day is coming up this weekend, and 2 Indianapolis women have banded together to reach out to single moms who often feel overwhelmed and underappreciated. Once again, they're throwing a bash for parents who need to know there are others out there like them facing hardships while trying to be the best they can for their kids. Anya Squires knows the struggles and the joy.
the size of this woman, man. Come on.
She looked like she had her whole family,
She's
though.
living life.
God.
If you see them looking big, you can know they're living life.
And look at her house. Like, look at this.
Yeah.
Didn't she know the news was coming over?
Yeah. It doesn't matter.
Look at this. Look at this.
She doesn't care.
God, man. You know, and look, guys, if you don't know this, this is for the audience. Doug MPA is black, and us black men, we got to do better, man. We can't be getting this pregnant, man. We just can't. We can't. Come on now.
Of a lot of women.
One day at a time, living life the best we can or to the fullest.
She's not only a single mom and a working mom, she's also a dedicated mom, pouring everything she has into her son, Orion.
And they always have sons, every single one of them. And I hate to say this, I'm wishing her for the best, but remember the name Orion, because odds are this little dude is going to be carjacking you in 15 years.
Oh man.
I hate to say it, man. You know, I hate to say it, but you know it's true. I was the statistic is that black people commit like 52% of violent crime in the United States. Okay. We're 13% of the population, but we commit 52% of the violent crimes. And it's funny because a lot of people, you know, I've said, or I've heard people of other races say that, and they're surprised that I don't get upset. Like, oh, I'm like, if it's true, why would I get upset? It sucked for me as a black guy. You know, I'm educated. I have a master's degree. I have a good income. You know, it makes me look bad, but I can't get upset at what's true. The stats are the stats. So I don't understand why people think that, like, if you say a true stat, it's like the stat that there's so many. There are good stats with every group, but then there's bad stats too, and you have to take the good stats with the bad stats. Look at how cute he is. Yeah, let's see what his mugshot looks like in 10 years.
He is 10. He'll be 11 in June. He is a character. He is like my little mini me for sure.
She loves his bright smile and unbounding energy. But for her,
this is at one of his sickest celebrations here.
Motherhood comes with an extra challenge. Orion is battling sickle cell disease.
Yes.
Jeez, man, are you serious? Yikes, man. Oh, no. That is no bueno.
He's surviving sickle cell.
It's a blood disorder that can be painful at times.
Whenever he's in pain or hurting, you know, that's the worst, because I'm like, what can I do? You know, how can I fix this?
On the God. You know, my ex-wife was West African. And it's funny because we would meet black women and they name their daughter, you know, Sharkeisha, or their son Quavontavious, and be like, it's an African name. And my ex-wife would be like, no, it's not.
That's for sure.
She's like, I'm from West Africa, and I've never heard of the name Ladarius or, you know, Quavontavious or anything like that. She's like, no, that's not African names at all. Not even close. All of our names, all the craziest ones, are just black mothers running crazy, and their way to express themselves is their child's lifelong torment. Tell me I'm lying.
What can I change, or, you know, whatever. But the main thing I think for him is just giving him the support, showing him that mama's here, we love you, we're doing everything we can.
Anya has leaned on a support system in close relatives and friends, but she has also found a sisterhood in two organizations planning a special Mother's Day weekend fellowship gathering.
So that's why I want to give back to them, to give them some type of sense of hope. So a sense of like someone is out there that's actually just that cares and wants to help.
Mary Moore, who herself is also a single mom raising a daughter with sickle cell disease, is one of the women behind the second Royal Crown event, put on by Single Mothers Rock Inc., which provides resources and wraparound services for single parents, and Sisters Incorporated, which aims to support parents caring for children with sickle cell disease.
I can actually give out love and support for other individuals.
Look at this woman. What's on her lips? Is that like other sparkles or something? Ugh, I can't stop looking at it.
Those that may be feeling the challenges of being a single parent and having to deal
just a lipstick.
What's that?
I don't know. Maybe it's a type of lipstick or something. I don't know.
Yeah, and like the light is shining on it. I don't know. It's weird. And then like, I mean, I'm all for getting your teeth fixed, but adults with braces, man, like, especially she has to be what, like 45 or something like that, and she has braces.
Yeah, it's kind of
You
too
know?
old. You should have had that like in your preteens or something like that, you know?
Yeah, I had mine in high school. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, well.
Health disparities of their children.
It's challenging being a parent itself. And so what we like to do is
Shernice? God, these names, man.
is just give a day where we show them that we see that you're special, that you have dedicated your time to the children in your lives, and we want to show that we appreciate you for what you do.
A day of pampering, recognition, good food, and networking.
And so we focus on housing, education, entrepreneurship, food resources, transportation, childcare, you name it. All supportive resources for single moms.
At last year's Mother's Day event, Anya was able to share her story, get advice, and learn about those resources available to her and her son.
With Mary, her event last year was so positive, so wonderful.
I hate to say this, but she looks like she's a smooth 380 pounds. She looks like Warren Sapp. Remember the football player?
Warren
You know
Sapp.
what I'm saying? Bro,
Yeah, I remember him.
like
Yeah,
Warren
yeah.
Sapp. It's, she looks like that Nadam Kong Su. Remember that guy?
Wow.
Yikes.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
A lot of networking that you could have done to get just information on lots of different things. And so I'm very grateful for Miss Mary, for sure.
That's the key thing, being a part of a family of individuals that are like you, some are not like you, and just being able to network with other individuals that you can speak to.
The Royal Crown event is open to the public, and tickets are still
This
available.
guy looks like a shaved werewolf.
And sponsorships to continue providing service.
Yeah, man. Of course. More single mother foolishness on Single Mother's Day, and there's so many of them that they're actually organizing now. We're going to network and be entrepreneurs. Network with other single mothers, the most impoverished group in the country. And how are you going to be an entrepreneur if none of you have money? How? Guys, I don't get it, man. I don't get it. So let's get into more of this TikTok foolishness here. This woman here. Let's talk about Single Mother's Day for single moms. She's ready. Let's go.
Mother's Day is coming up, and I've got to be honest, I don't really love the holiday. To give you some context, I'm a single parent and only parent to my 11-year-old son. While I think it's so important to celebrate mothers because mothers are quintessential to raising amazing children, and they really do so much in terms of managing the household, working, taking care of the kids, and just making sure that the family is like together. It's so important to celebrate moms, and I love that we have a whole holiday that is all about them because we totally deserve it. But as a single mom and only parent, I kind of like dread the holiday.
Yeah, well, all I have to say is
You let him hit it raw. You didn't have second thoughts. Now you're a single mom. Now you're a single mom.
and before we this woman's attractive. She is you can't tell me she's not. I give her a 7. For me, if to be an 8, 9, or 10, I'm a tall guy. I'm 6'3". So, she'd have to be 5'10", 5'11" to be up in the 8, 9, 10 for me. But she's a solid 7, right? How did she become a single mom? How? How is this possible? Anyone?
Well, she probably some kind of Chad maybe or Tyrone, figured she was pretty and he was good looking and everything, thinking that, all right, well, he's the guy. And like always, she just made another poor choice. I mean, even from the ugly ones that are 2 or 3 to those that are like her, though. I mean, she's very pretty too. But that's what happens, though. It doesn't matter what looks. It's just a matter of what choice you make. And then I guess it affects, women in her range too. So
It's crazy, man. Razy Gamer in the house. He says, at least in the West, it seems like a lot of mothers are making the children's lives worse off. 100%
yep,
true.
yep, I agree.
Yep.
I agree.
Social media is always filled with people who have partners or husbands that it's kind of like their job to make sure that the kids are making cards or making breakfast or jumping on their bed and saying, Happy Mother's Day. But when you're a single parent or an only parent, you have no one doing that. And it feels kind of awkward to be like, hey, today's Mother's Day, celebrate me. So usually I will tell Adrian it's Mother's Day. I will ask him to maybe make me a card and acknowledge it, and maybe we'll go out and do something fun together. But I never really feel, I don't know. I think social media can make it look like everyone else is getting spoiled. And then as a single parent, you're kind of like, feels like another day. I'm sharing this because I want you to know that you are not alone if you are an only parent or single parent and feel this.
Oh, her poor, sad story. She should have chose better. Because once again,
And I've got to be
she's
honest.
not unattractive. I mean, maybe this little free frame of her is, but in general, she's not unattractive. And women, it doesn't matter what they look like, what background. They could all. We just live in this environment where single motherhood is so accepted, and it is pushed that they can come from a good family, have good counsel, mother and a father, strong values, and still end up single moms, dude. Just sad. Now this girl is what are her hashtags? Oh, just hashtag single mom and hashtag Mother's Day. Okay. Now this girl was actually married. So and she does that whole makeup thing where she puts on makeup while she's talking, man.
I hate that. I hate when they do that, man. I
Only
hate
thing
that.
worse than that is when they eat. Have you seen those women who? Oh, dude. Oh.
This is my 3rd year without my kids on Mother's Day, and this is why. This is my 3rd year as a single mom on Mother's Day, not having my kids, and I have totally chosen to have it that way because I thought it was better for my kids to be. My kids are currently 4 and 6. When we first got divorced, they were 2 and 4. And I have a lot of other single mom friends who have the same problem, but quick transitions are just not easy on kids that age. They just don't get it. They don't get why they're only with mommy for a few hours and then they have to go back to dad. They also don't live in the same town. So it's not like, oh, let me just pick you up for Starbucks and church and then you can go on your merry way with your dad. Like we live 30 miles apart and he's also not easy to co-parent with. So it's not like he's going to come drop them off, drive 30 miles, come drop them off with me so I could take them to church.
She's putting on a whole face mask, guys. Are you seeing this sorcery right in front of our eyes?
Yeah, Doug, and this is the reason why, especially now with this generation, why they look like they're aging, is because they be caking themselves up so much like this, though, that it affects their skin, and then over time it makes you look older, though, when you take all that stuff off.
You know what's the only accountability? No, you know what's the only worse kryptonite than accountability for women like this, guys? A bucket of water. Can you imagine? At the end of the night, before you let her upstairs, say, hey, yo, girl, hold still. Psh, you throw water on her face to see what she looks like.
Yeah.
Look at this sorcery, man.
Oh.
We're literally watching her change into a whole different person. AB Bang is just seriously, women, why do you have to put all that crap on your face? 100%, man.
Yeah.
100%. That's one of the best parts about, well, you used to be able to say, that's one of the best parts about being with a woman who works out because a lot of workout clothes back before 2020, back before TikTok got popular, women couldn't lie in workout clothes. And now they have this thottery in the gyms now where you can't even tell if a woman's actually built like that or not. But back in the day, tell me I'm lying, Angel, you used to be able to see what a girl really looked like in the gym, right?
Sure, of course.
Yep. Now they have sorcery they can put on their face. They have sorcery outfits, just straight up illusionary sorcery, guys.
Yeah. Yeah, they do. Like push-up bras and everything like that, though. They come up with something to lift your butt, to lift your bra, to your boobs, do all that stuff though, man. So
Yep.
now it's a lot of stuff though. That's why they say that that women lie a lot more than men because they put like all this makeup on, and that's not what they really look like. They wear all the push-up bras, and that's not how much boobs they got. Make your boobs bigger, I suppose, or push your butt up, and show that you got more, but you don't.
Yep.
And that's what it is. It's all that stuff that they put on there is to deceive.
Yep. Makeup, wigs, hair extensions, freaking
exactly.
Botox, push-up bras, freaking waist trainers, everything, man.
Everything, yeah. That's what it is. All that.
He's not going to inconvenience himself like that. But again, with all inconveniences aside, the biggest issue is my kids just don't do well with short transitions. I've also always been the kind of person who's fine just celebrating something whenever it can get celebrated.
She's still going on her face, guys.
It doesn't need to be on the day. My dad was in law enforcement, and so actually was my ex-husband. So I kind of even used to them working holidays and us just celebrating on a day that works better for our family and not specifically on the day. So during the week, my mom had my kids, and when she dropped them off, they surprised me with this basket of stuff they had all made at school and some cute little books she had picked up about mom from Whole Foods that I had seen when I was shopping there and thought, oh, those are so cute. And my mom totally got them for the kids to give to me and all of that. So we already celebrated before Mother's Day. And so honestly, it's just kind of nice to have the day to myself, kind of get to refresh, recharge, and then spend time with my own mom and my own grandma and actually get to focus on them and not feel like I'm having to referee my children and try to have an adult conversation at the same time.
And hopefully she can refresh and wash that stuff off of all of her face and freaking exfoliate her pores, man. Holy crap. God, I wonder how much all that costs to put on her face. What, 150, 200 probably? Yikes. Ken for Julian in the house from the bottomless pit. That is Brooklyn, New York. Good to see you, man. He has so many horrible dating stories about living in Brooklyn. It's great, man. I've had him on the show a couple times. Him and I go way back. All right, let's get done with this one.
I also know that this is just a season, and right now, they're with their dad Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I get them Tuesday from school. I'm sure once they get older, especially once they're in sports, they'll be staying the night at my house on Mondays because I don't want them driving 30 miles back home after they've been at sports all day or they're really tired. I'm sure they'll be spending a lot more time with me once they get older because I do live in the town that they go to school and things like that. So I know that one day it'll just be way more natural for them to just spend the whole weekend with me on Mother's Day, and it'll be totally fine.
There you go. She was married, and that's what Mother's Day is like for her as a single mother on Mother's Day.
Of course.
And then her husband was a cop. I think the only thing worse than a woman marrying a male cop would be a guy who's not a cop marrying a female cop. Guys, could you imagine that foolishness? Heck no.
What should I say? The DV you'll be receiving.
Exactly.
I mean, it's not funny, but you could just imagine. It's like being with a female soldier.
Yep. 100%. 100%. Now, I this guy's funny because he turns around. You know how single mothers and mothers always try to claim Father's Day. Well, he flipped it around. So let's see what this guy has to say. It's pretty funny.
Happy Mother's Day, Mama. And happy Mother's Day to all the mothers who do what needs to be done. Well, what about us? Bitch, I had to raise 5 little girls whose mother wasn't shit. Where my happy Mother's Day? You gonna be that fucking sassy and zesty? Huh? You really gonna try to take this day from women? And you got Father's Day? This
This is exactly what mothers and single moms sound like on Father's Day.
Yeah.
He's flipped it around. And you guys best believe when Father's Day comes, I already have, that's going to be like a 3-hour long stream. I'm already doing research for that right now. Single mothers taking over Father's Day. You best believe I got that locked and loaded.
This is not about men. You get Father's Day. This is about women. Well, because they mama was a piece of fucking shit, I had to be the mama and the daddy. What you mean, zesty? This is what women do on Father's Day. Well, that's what we do. Y'all can't do that because you know we get lead poisoning in the brain from all that fucking gunk and blood that sit on our shit throughout the day. I expect a happy Mother's Day today. We not finna put up with this shit. You men try to take over everything that we have as women. And we not finna nobody give a fuck. Today is Mother's Day. This is about mothers. Fuck you, boy. And her. Happy.
You know it's true, guys. You know it's true.
Yep.
Okay. Now this is the last one I wanted to go over. This is from the same website, right? And it says 7 reasons why I hate the label single mom.
Oh boy.
You guys ready for this?
Yeah.
So this was the same woman that wrote this ideas of what to get as single mom on Mother's Day, right? And this is from 2022. You ready? She says, as a single mom myself for almost 10 years, I see my children's transformation from childhood into the teen years. I've experienced firsthand the effects of growing up in a single parent family. I never considered myself a single mom while growing up, and for years never thought of myself as one. However, there have been times when my marital status has been questioned, and it's those times I've experienced firsthand the label society has put on us. The term broken family is one that needs to be retired. Families shouldn't be labeled as a broken family simply because one parent is absent. God. No. It says society needs to stop using such damaging language. Single parent families are every bit as whole and complete as 2-parent families.
What?
That's a lie. Obviously. Lie.
Oh no.
Guys, help me out here.
Talk about damage control.
Okay, this is another thing in which women, you know, oh man, this whole generation, man. This is what it is they just want to go and then, you know, justify what they're doing and don't call it broken homes and don't say single moms, and then they don't want to hear it. So now they want to go and try to have it changed so you can say something nice. It's nothing nice. You're a single person that has a child. You're not going to have no structure. You're going to be struggling economically. And then when the child grows up and decides what he or she wants to do, there's nothing you could do as a parent because you have no structure.
Oh, yeah. And also,
You let him hit it raw. You didn't
Yes.
have second thoughts. Now you a single mom. Now you a single mom.
the biggest problem is that women want to use sorcery to change the meaning of things around.
Yes.
Even stuff, it's like, you know what I can't stand is, it's like how tall women call themselves stallions. A stallion is a male horse. Meg the Stallion. A stallion
Exactly.
is a male horse. But then all of a sudden it's a tall woman. How did that happen? Or Pearl on her channel always talks about feminists change the word, the the definition of the A word, ABUSEE, so it can include, financial and emotional abuse. You know what I'm saying? Or even the R word. They changed that definition around. Women want to change the definition of words. They've meant the same for hundreds of years until the last 30 years. And now they mean something that only benefits women and doesn't benefit men. Damaging language. She says, I'm sorry. Society needs to stop using such damaging language. Single parent families are every bit as whole and complete as two parent families. Sometimes more so. Come on, man. Really?
More so? How? I would love to know that. How?
It's just like when you hear women. I mean, just because two people are married doesn't mean that they're actually happy. Yeah. Even if they're not happy, the kids are better off. How about that?
Yes.
You know what? You might as well be, the whole stay together for the kids thing. I think it's a thing as long as the parents have something figured out and they're not, violent towards each other or going off on each other. Stay together for the sake of the kids, even if you're just friends. But keep the mother and the father in the home at all costs, especially in this age of so much anti-parenting with social media and all that stuff.
Yeah, that's facts.
Let's quit labeling single parent families and let's start affirming the single moms and dads as loving, healthy, and complete. Okay, 7 stereotypes I'm tired of hearing about single moms. 1, everyone assumes single moms are living on low income assistance. Now, why do they assume that, guys? It's because most single mothers are broke, and single mothers are the most impoverished group in the country.
Mm-hmm.
Most single mothers are broke. If they were just a single woman by themselves, they can make it. But they have 2, 3 kids, making what the average woman makes. The average woman makes $34,000 a year. The average black woman makes $29,000 a year. 75% of black women make less than $50,000 a year. And they're trying to raise kids on that salary. So yes, they are on low income assistance. Women take from the system. Men put into the system. Men pay taxes. Men pay the taxes that pay for women's programs. It says, while it's true that a single mother is typically living on one income to support herself and her children, it doesn't mean she's living on welfare. Many single moms are working more than one job, have a side hustle, or have high-paying jobs that allow them to provide for their children. But that's a small minority. Single moms and married moms can still be friends. Now, only problem with this, you guys, is that women really can't stand each other. I think that men have better friendships than women do. Honestly. I think men are less likely to lie to each other, talk behind each other's backs, and will tell each other the truth. Women won't do any of that. It says, I don't identify as single first and foremost. I'm a mom just like you. I don't spend my evenings swiping left or swiping right or begging people on social media to watch my kids so I can go out clubbing. Count me out for double dates or couples weekends, but as long as you have a life outside of your husband, then I may be the friend you've been looking for. Single moms value family, faith, and friends just like married moms. But the problem is you're still a single woman. And single women keep women single. If one of her married friends comes and talks to her about a problem with her husband, what's the first thing that she's going to tell that woman to do, guys?
Divorce him?
Exactly, 100%. Well, leave him. Girl, you can do it by yourself. I'm doing it by myself. Leave him. And then we can hang out all the time with our kids. That is the problem.
Mm-hmm.
If your wife is married, there's no reason why she should be talking to single friends or single mothers. All it's going to do is cause problems.
Mm-hmm.
3, there's not always drama with the ex. Not all single moms have a terrible relationship with their ex. Some of us ended our last marriage amicably. There's no drama, and our ex is still a decent guy, and the father is involved with the children. Sorry to disappoint you, but if he's a decent guy and he's a good father and no drama, what'd you divorce him for?
Yep, that's facts.
Especially when your kid's mental health and kid's success is at stake. What did you leave him for? Now, number 4, this is all cap right here. We're not all looking for a hookup. Not all single moms are looking for a hookup or their next boyfriend or someone to take care of them. I know quite a few single moms, while some wish to remarry and are on dating apps or ask their married friends to keep them in mind, many are focused on providing for their kids and running the race set out before them. I have months where I struggle financially, it's true, but so do lots of married couples. That doesn't mean I'm looking for a sugar daddy. Most single mothers are looking for help of some kind, guys.
Yeah,
Whether
that's
it be your money, your time. Oh yeah, I need someone to babysit my kids. Some kind of leg up. And you know what's crazy? So I used to live in the DC area, and I would have women reach out to me to ask on dating apps if I would be the father of their children. Like, no strings attached, nothing. Said, hey, we can come up with a arrangement. Get me pregnant. I'll take care of the kid. I've had that happen. I've had multiple offers for that, guys, and I said, heck no. Telling you, single mothers are the most entitled and needy women out on the current dating market right now. Says single moms aren't bitter. Single moms aren't mad at the world because we have to raise our kids alone or because our partner left us. Yeah, that's kind of cap too. We don't resent married couples who are hopelessly in love. We all don't hate our exes or sit around and talk badly about our girlfriends and throw fights to entertain the neighborhood. The majority of us have hope for love in the future. We can't wait until our kids grow up and have a marriage that lasts their lifetime. Many of us embrace our ex's new wife and we pray she loves our children. Guys, come on now. How many women do you know are amicable to the next woman if the guy moves on? How many?
I would imagine 0.
100%. Yeah, 0%. 0. Says, why would we hope? Okay, I think the stereotype comes about because immediately after a breakup, a woman might be upset or sad, and the man makes a big deal out of it for his ego. Okay, children from single moms don't act out. Children don't act out as a result of living in a single parent family. Children exhibit emotional behavior when they have denied or suppressed feelings. Now, I already read the stats on that earlier, so that's cap. And then 7, single parent families aren't broken. My family isn't any less of a family than the family down the street with a mom, dad, and 2 kids in the same house. The brokenness that affects children into their adulthood is now parent. Okay. The brokenness that affects children into their adulthood is how parents handle and model situations. A married couple that spews hatred with fighting, abuse or alcoholism is not. Wait, 1 second, you guys. Oh my goodness. I forgot something. 1 second. 1 second. 10, 5. Forgot something. Oop. Okay, there we go. I forgot to hit the monetize button. So anyway, any super chats are appreciated, guys, and thank you for being here. I appreciate it. She says, anyway, the brokenness that affects children into their adulthood is how parents handle and model situations. A married couple that spews hatred with fighting, abuse, or alcoholism is not more whole or more of a family because they're married. The reasons I hate the label single mom. And of course, they have a black woman with her daughter on there. What do we think, guys? Are we going to let him get away with this sorcery of changing of not using this damaging language that describes single moms? Uh-oh. Hello? Huh. Well, I'm gonna keep going. Well, anyway, so that's everything I wanted to cover tonight. Once again, guys, no single mothers, man, ever. Don't sleep with them. Don't date them. Don't marry them. And they're just gonna have to deal with the decisions. And Mother's Day, like, I don't even think a single mother should be celebrated on Mother's Day. I think that Mother's Day should be a reward for doing the right thing. But well, I mean, if you were married, maybe a single mom, but baby mamas, dude, if you were never married and you're having problems with your ex, or you're keeping your kid away from the child's father, you don't get Mother's Day. You just don't. And you know what? Actually, I have one more because I found a article where these women are trying to gatekeep Mother's Day, trying to say that mother-in-laws and grandmothers shouldn't get celebrated on Mother's Day. I completely forgot about this one. And this, chalk this under women can't stand each other. Okay? It says, selfish moms slam for refusing to celebrate grandmas on Mother's Day. Your time has passed. God. And this came out today, May 11th, 2024. It says, who is celebrated on Mother's Day? The answer seems obvious, but some matriarchs are not so keen on sharing this special day. It's Mother's Day, not Grandmother's Day. Emily Weiner, a family photographer in Indianapolis, said in a TikTok video last week that scored 2.3 million views. You know what? Let's watch it.
It's Mother's Day, not Grandmother's Day. Don't worry, I've talked to my mom about this. She's fine with it. After my first Mother's Day, we established these rules because I was pretty sad. I had spent the whole Mother's Day coordinating grandparent visits, and I didn't get to do anything for myself. And I was like, I'm not doing this again. Usually I make a plan ahead of time and talk to my husband about it. I like to usually go out to brunch, and then we come home and we all garden, and I like to have some alone time gardening and then read my book for a little bit and get a pedicure. And then we have like dinner. It's usually just very chill at home. We celebrate my mom and my mother-in-law on different days. We do the same thing on Father's Day. My husband gets to choose what he wants to do. And then we see my dad and my father-in-law on different days. This may ruffle feathers for some people, but that's what I want to do. And I made the boundary, and I'm the one deep into the mothering right now. And so I'm going to take the day how I want to take the day.
The narcissism, guys. Let's see. I have some thoughts. You selfish women want your husband to forget about the moms for you. Can't wait until your kids grow up and do the same to you. This is my
Exactly.
This is my third Mother's Day as a mom, and it's 100% about my mom and his mom. I haven't celebrated yet. Every time my mother-in-law calls with her plans she wants for herself, and every year my husband goes, "That's great. We're gonna do whatever my wife wants, though." I love getting together with all my moms, grandma, mother-in-law, my mom. It's so much fun. It honestly shocks me that most people don't just celebrate Mother's Day, Father's Day as one big family get together and celebrate all the moms, dads in one. There's enough love to go around. All right, let me finish this article, and then we can. So she says, I did not get to do anything for myself. I was like, I'm not doing this again. Her family, she continued celebrating Grandmother's Day on other days during the year, and the tradition is the same day for Father's Day too. So you know what? At least she's equal. She gives her husband Father's Day and Father's Day only, and then she gets Mother's Day and Mother's Day only. Okay, there you go.
Well, Doug, I'll put it to you this way: this woman is stupid.
Yeah.
For the simple fact that, she says this is Mother's Day, not Grandmother's Day. Okay, well, the reason why the woman is a grandmother is because she gave birth to a child, makes her a mother. But before she was a grandmother, she was her mom.
Yep.
So she should be celebrating her too, though.
This whole thing is talking about, well, your time has passed and no, she's still your mom until she dies, no matter what
Yes.
happens.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so all this stupidity and self-righteousness that they have, you know, in this day of age is ridiculous, man. It's getting way out of hand. It's ridiculous.
And the sad part about it is the narcissism never stops, even in marriages. And I
Yeah.
guarantee you, she sets the rules, and her husband is some simp that just goes, "Okay, honey, sure, honey, whatever you want, honey, sure, honey."
Yeah, that's
This
it.
is her
That's
rule,
it.
probably not his. You gotta watch out
His.
for these women, man. You gotta
He
watch
has
out.
no say on this though. That's the thing though.
So yeah, so they're talking about you know, that only the mothers with small children should get. Let's see what this woman has to say.
Chances are you're not sleeping through the night.
Oops.
If you're one of the people who's confused about Mother's Day only being for moms in the trenches, let me just paint you a picture, okay? If you're a grandmother, chances are you've been sleeping through the night uninterrupted for a very long time, maybe even decades. If you're a mom in the trenches, chances are you're not sleeping through the night at all, ever. If you're a grandmother, you probably have tons of free time to spare. You might even have a hobby. You might play tennis or pickleball. Who knows? You've got time on your hands. If you are a mom in the trenches, chances are your self-care might be a shower alone without a screaming baby or simply listening to a podcast while you cook dinner. That's your self-care because you're not getting out of the house without a kid in tow.
Oh, the sad story. These women choose to have kids and then bitch about it. No child gets born without a woman wanting it to be there. And the days
Exactly.
of women bitch and complaining, that's one thing I gotta give to us guys, man. It's only recently, like women have forced our hand that we have to go on social media and bitch and complain. Because if we don't, women are gonna say a viewpoint for us. If we don't get on there and fight fire with fire, they're gonna take they're gonna keep the narrative. That's how women have had the narrative about what a real man is, what a real father is, what a father should do. Men ain't shit for the past 30 years just because guys never spoke up or didn't have a chance to. So it's unfortunate that now you're finally seeing men talking about how rough it is being a man, how tough it is, the traditional role of being a man and being a father, but we have to do it. If we don't, what happens? Women will say it for us, and they'll tell the version of the story that is advantageous to them.
Yep.
I always say that to tell the female-friendly version of the story, and the female-friendly version of the story is not good for you guys, not even close.
Mm-mm.
If you are a grandmother, chances are when you drive your car, you can listen to whatever you want to. You can even have peace and quiet if you want to, windows down, breeze in your hair. But if you are a mom in the trenches, not only are you listening to Baby Shark or something like that, there's also screaming toddlers in the background. And if you put the window down, they all scream at you to put it back up. If you are a grandmother, chances are when you eat a meal, you can do so in peace and quiet, and nobody's asking you to take a million little bites of your food. But if you're a mom in the trenches, that's probably not the case. You're probably sharing your food with every little kid in your home because once they see you eat it, they want it. And this is why so many moms say Mother's Day is for the moms in the trenches, because what moms are asking for Mother's Day is to sleep in, to take a shower alone, to have some peace and quiet, to eat a meal by themselves uninterrupted by little children, to just have a day where they don't have to think about serving everybody around them. So when you ask that mother to show up and feed you and celebrate you and take care of you on Mother's Day, it feels a little bit insulting because your every single day is all she's asking for. If she could live your life every single day, that would be her dream come true. And she's just asking for one day of what you have every day of the year.
These women, man. And once again, women can't stand each other. This sisterhood is false. The only time the sisterhood exists is when they're against men. But other than that, women can't stand each other. Mothers can't stand other mothers. Single mothers can't stand other single mothers. Like women co-workers will step all over each other. Female supervisors will treat their female subordinates the worst.
Mm-hmm. True.
It's crazy, man. I'm telling you. So, but yeah, man, that's everything I wanted to cover tonight. We're coming up on an hour and a half here. Any final thoughts on single mothers on Mother's Day, Angel?
Well, the way it's going on right now, this is the result of the effinists having their way and the government saying, well, don't worry about the men, we'll take care of you, and then they can't, then they have to go to the courts and then try to draw some chimpanzee to take care of them, and then the courts want to take their shares, and then social media, just magnifies it, and society goes along with it. All of that is a result of what's going on now. That's why I say it's out of control. It's ridiculous, though. Unless this changes, it's going to get worse. And then there's going to be no society as we know it. So,
yeah,
that's the way I look at it.
Yep. Can you imagine that the Black community is going to be there first? About 75% of our children are born at wedlock. Within my lifetime, it's going to be 90 to 95%. I guarantee it. And then wherever the Black community is, America's going to be there 10 years later, 12 years later.
Yep, it'll go along with it.
Yep. Pyro, any final thoughts on single mothers on Mother's Day?
All I can say is we should just continue to bring back shame, and it's like, what brother can you? We should just crucify them and just make sure. We should just make an example out of them. Like, don't, like, other women will look at them and say, "No, I'm just gonna try my hardest to not be like these type of women." And if they eventually do, they should just keep quiet, take care of their kids, stop complaining. We just don't want to hear it. We don't want to see them in the line of sight. Just do what you need to do. Take care of your kids. Woman up and take care of your kids. We don't want to hear it.
Yep. And ultimately, well, 'cause I agree with everything you guys said. It was because ultimately, once again, these women, they chose who they laid down with. They chose to have the kid, and you got to deal with it. There are so many more women that have kids than men that don't have kids.
True.
God, I'm telling you, and us men who don't have kids, we're just gonna sit back and laugh. One of the key ways to be the type of man a woman wants, become successful and don't have any kids. I'm living that dream right now, guys. It's great.
Yep.
All the women want you.
Yep.
And all your friends who have kids, you can be them anytime you want, but they can't be you.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yep, I'm telling you, all these women will want to have your first child, and just don't do it. I'm telling you, man. The situation is only going to get worse. But hey, guys are winning. Guys are going to college less, having less kids. Less of us are in prison. And in fact, along those same lines, I'm going to give you guys a preview of one of the next videos I'm going to do. Where, let me show you real quick. I'm probably going to do it tomorrow. Where is this article here? Give me 1 second. I got to find it. It's about women and incarceration. Oh, here it is. Look at this. Over the past quarter, this is incarcerated women and girls. Over the past quarter century, there has been a profound change in the involvement of women within the criminal justice system. This is the result of more expansive law enforcement efforts, stiffer drug sentencing laws, and post-conviction barriers to reentry that uniquely affect women. The female incarceration population stands over 6 times higher than 1980. Over half 58% of imprisoned women in state prisons have a child under the age of 18. Look at this. Between 1980 and 2021, the number of incarcerated women increased by more than 525%, rising from a total of 26,326 in 1980 to 168,449 in 2021. It's crazy. So I'm gonna put I'm gonna find a couple of news stories about women doing crazy stuff, and then go over this whole thing because it's kind of dry. But try and guess the number one group of women in jail. Come on, you guys already know it. You guys already know. Come on now.
B-dubs.
Yep, B-dubs. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap this up. Thank you for being here tonight, everyone. I really appreciate it. Let me find my StreamYard so I can shut this bad boy down. Yeah. Dante's Inferno, Steve M, 8-Bit Banger, Reiji Gamer, Kenford Julian, Pyro, Angel. Thank you for being here tonight. And make sure to call your mom. And wish her a happy Mother's Day tomorrow, because I know I'm gonna call mine. And one more time for just to bring it home.
You let him hit it raw. You didn't have second.
You guys know that's gonna be the summer banger of 2024, man.
Oh yeah. Yep.
That guy is the hero we all need. He's like the real life Vegeta from Dragon Ball Z, man. Straight up. All right, you guys have a good one. And I'm doing my show tomorrow on Ozempic, Wegovy, and weight loss drugs. If you don't know what Ozempic is, I'm going to cover it. And all these women who are lying, all these celebrities, they drop 50 pounds in 8 months, and they're like, oh, I eat nuts and berries and I hike 20 miles a week. Bullshit. It's not the fact that they use Ozempic, it's the fact that they're all lying about it. So if you're taking weight loss drugs, own it. Oprah Winfrey was on the board of Weight Watchers, and she had to step down because she had they found out that she was using Ozempic. So stay tuned. Tomorrow it's going to be at 7 p.m. Eastern, and have a good night, guys. Thanks for joining. I appreciate it.
All right. Have a good night, guys.
See ya.